We're making red, white, and blue pinwheel cookies to celebrate 4th of July. Welcome to Help at Home, your resource for great recipes and easy learning. I'm Jim Hightower. With 4th of July literally just around the corner, we're making red, white, and blue pinwheel cookies today. So grab your pen and paper. Here come the ingredients. You will need 3 cups flour, half a teaspoon baking powder, half a teaspoon salt, 1 cup or 2 sticks of unsalted butter, 1 1/3 cups sugar, 2 large eggs, 2 teaspoons vanilla, and some red and blue food coloring. I've got my butter in Big Red. I'm going to soften it up a little bit. Now, my butter's been sitting out for about an hour, hour and a half. It won't hurt it. You want it soft so you can mix it up. Then I'll start mixing my sugar in. You want to do what's called cream the sugar and the butter, which makes it creamy. Otherwise, it could be a little gritty, and nobody wants that. Next, move that around, do our eggs. Get out of my way. Remember, always have fun when you're cooking. If things don't turn out just right, don't get mad. Just move things around. I'm going to scrape my sides again. Next, we need some vanilla. I've got my Rick Halber vanilla, yummy. And 2 teaspoons. Exactly. There's 1, and then exactly 2. If you haven't gone to the exact vanilla pouring school that I have, then you'll need to use your measuring spoons. As we say in Texas, this ain't my first rodeo. Okay, got the vanilla mixed in, my dry ingredients. I'm just going to mix that salt and powdered baking powder up a little bit. Then, slowly we put our flour in. You've seen this dozens of times, and that's how you do it. Otherwise, you'll get whack with all the flour. And you just mix it in until you're done. No big whoop. Now, I'll be honest with you. This seems a little dry, but flour's kind of a strange thing. It takes just a few seconds or a minute or two to absorb liquid and things, you know, like the milk and the oil or whatever and butter. So if it seems dry like this, stop, give it 2 minutes, then try mixing again. You might be very surprised at the change in consistency. I wanted you to see this as best you can, even if I have to do vlogger style. I came back a couple of minutes later, and everything came together, it mashed together, and it cleaned the sides. So there you go. That's how you do it. Next, you need some wax paper. Get your cookie dough here and put it right on top. Spatula there for the cook or the cook's helpers to taste. Now, notice how this is not sticky. It's not making a mess. Make it into a log and then cut it into 3 as best you can. I'm going to set these over here on my other 2 pieces of wax paper. I'm going to push this out kind of into a square. It doesn't have to be anything perfect. Then wrap it up. This is going to go into the refrigerator. This is your white dough. Okay, next I have 1/3 of my dough in there, and I have my Wilton cake icing food coloring. It's a gel, and I recommend this highly over those watered down drip drop colors. They stink. You can get these for about $1 at Walmart. Why wouldn't you? And they come in a host of colors. I'm getting a nice little smudge there. I'm putting it all over and put that in the sink. And you're going to whip the color in. That's it. Now, look at that. Made another little square. And I'm going to fold this up. That's my red. And that's ready to go in the refrigerator. Here we are, back with my clean bowl. Now I have my blue Wilton food coloring. It's actually royal blue. Wait, where's... yeah. And again, get a nice little amount of blue and smear it, shove it, poke it. We'll mix in the blue. Same drill. Here is my blue dough. Very nice. You're basically just kind of thinning it out a little bit so it will cool more quickly, and then we'll be able to use it. Put this in your refrigerator. Since it's been out so long, probably about 45 minutes. You want it firm but not hard as a rock. A top shelf is always nice because it's cooler. Next we need to get our cookie dough out of the refrigerator. We'll need one more extra piece of wax paper for each one. Now, I said you wanted this to be firm, not hard as a rock. Maybe I should have said pliable. Alright, now we need your big rolling pin, the one that lets you say you're in charge. And you want to roll this out into a nice square. Not square. As much of a rectangle as you can manage. And you want it to be about 1/8 of an inch, I believe. So you just keep that up. Now see, the wax paper doesn't stick to it, and it keeps you from having to dry out your dough by using lots and lots of flour. Alright, I am having to push rather firmly on this. Alright, there's my white. Well, and don't forget, you will always find the recipe ingredients down in the description below. And some of my friends print it directly from there. Alright. Blue on the bottom. So I'll peel that off. White on top of that. Take this and see, that fit just pretty well. Then red is on top. Be careful now. If it isn't totally perfect roll there, that's fine. I should have started upside down. So I'm gonna flip this, and you'll understand why in a second. Now, even though you've got some overlapped, it doesn't matter. Start rolling and go slowly. And yes,
Sorry, I don't know that.
my Alexa was talking and I wasn't talking back. It may look like your dough is tearing or cracking, but you don't have to worry. Just go slowly, keep it together, and there you go. I'm going to roll that up and put this back in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes, and then we're ready to slice and bake. Or you can put it in there until you are ready to slice and bake. Now the moment you've been waiting for. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees, get your pan, wet it under the sink, and put a piece of parchment paper on it. The water will hold it down. Get your cookie dough out of the refrigerator. And because it was soft, and it might have a kind of a bump on the bottom, or a flat spot, just kind of roll it for a second so that your cookies are round. Alright, about 1/4 of an inch, and it's easier to just go right down. Now, this dough, you can absolutely put it in the freezer. You could make it ahead. It's no big deal. Into your oven for 7 to 9 minutes. You want a nice soft cookie. They should not turn golden or change color at all. So watch them. And then make notes in your book. Be sure and set your timer. Here they are just out of the oven. They're not browned. They look nice and bright and colorful. They've been sitting here for 4 minutes to recompose themselves. And here I am using a pie server because I just discovered all of our spatulas are dirty in the dishwasher. So you just adapt. Then you just continue to let them cool until they're room temperature, and they'll be great to eat. If you try to grab them too fast, they're going to fall apart because they're warm and moist. If you like this recipe for super delicious, super colorful, and super patriotic 4th of July red, white, and blue pinwheel cookies, give them a thumbs up. Subscribe and share with your friends who like to cook or just want to learn how. Drop me a line in the comments below about your experiences with this recipe and what else you'd like to see in the kitchen. Click the bell in the top right hand corner for notifications. I'm Jim Hightower, and remember, everyone needs help, even me. Enjoy. We're making red, white, and blue. I'm Jim Hightower. Today, we're making nothing. Flopper. Now, I need my mixer, I forgot. Red, white, and blue pinwheel cookies. Give them a thumb. Give them a thumb.